So you failed NoFap again,
Again.
like we expected. It's your 5th time already.
At this point, it's not even an addiction. It's a conscious choice you made.
You think quitting porn is hard.
No, staying weak is hard.
And you even think resisting your urges, that's hard.
No, living your life with regret, that's more harder and painful.
But you can be better than them, better than the rest, if you just stop thinking like a wanker.
Yup, and all you need is these 3 shifts in mindset to quit this habit for good.
So we've already talked about the benefits of NoFap and how we quit masturbation once and for all in our previous videos.
And what you can actually learn from our experiences too.
Only in this video, we're gonna talk about something nobody really addressed. The process of NoFap. That being relapse.
Relapsing. Because we get caught up so much in the process that we forget to take a step back and acknowledge the progress.
But after this video, after these 3 simple things, you're gonna step back and watch the process go easily. Just skip over relapse. Simply, the first one being rewiring
your
yourself, rewiring your brain. Porn and masturbation floods your brain with the achievement hormone, the happy hormone, dopamine, so much. It is just unnatural.
Yep, excessive amount of dopamine. It's so unnatural. And what else is unnatural is that the amount of naked women,
Pretty women.
Yeah, pretty women, naked, thoughty bitches we are able to see with our eyes in today's world.
It is just unnatural. It fucks up your receptors in the brain. But what do we mean by rewiring your brain?
Yep.
What we mean is stop chasing the instant form of gratification. Don't do anything that gives you dopamine instantly.
Yep.
Chase something that is really important in life.
Yep.
Chase the real life achievements. You can go for a walk, talk to your buddy,
Yep.
have meaningful conversation, read a book. Chase something that doesn't give you instant gratification.
Yep.
Just by the swipe of your fingers.
Yep. Instead, what he's trying to say is instead seek for delayed gratification.
Chase delayed gratification.
Yep. And what he means by that is that you need to stop thinking, acting, and behaving like a wanker.
Chase delayed gratification.
Yes, sir. So the second number being, you just need to kill the triggers from the root. So what I mean by kill the triggers is that, so as you know, we were like fappers during the lockdown era. Why is that?
Recap.
Why was that? Is because we were surrounded by triggers. And we are locked up in our house surrounded by triggers. We scroll phones, we saw triggers on triggers, and we did not even notice that it was triggers.
What do you mean by triggers? Triggers could be anything. Stress, like boredom, even you swiping on the phone.
Yep.
The number one trigger. Because you and I both know what you're searching for, what you're scrolling down for. You just want to look at that thoughty picture of a girl, and you just want a reason to masturbate again. That is the trigger.
Yep, that's what is trigger.
So just simply kill the triggers.
So now we'll talk about how to actually kill the trigger.
So how do you kill the triggers? We read this somewhere. You just add layers. So what do we mean by adding layers? Aren't we just adding difficult words? So adding layers is simply making the task harder to do, making the goal harder to achieve.
Yep.
So we read this on a great book called Dopamine Detox, and the author talks about adding layers, making things difficult to do, and that is how you get off your addiction.
So to understand what he said more clearly, I'll give an example the author gave in the book. So let's say you are addicted to your phone, aka the porn, and you are trying to do something productive, right? Both hands, the porn, the productive part. So what you do is add layers in between these. So what adding layers means here is that you leave the phone in one room and you do productive stuff in the other room. So you're adding layers means that you need to open the door, get up from the seat, go to the other room where you kept the phone, and find the phone.
Turn
and
on the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, turn on the Wi-Fi and start using it. And our brain naturally is
By default.
is lazy as fuck, and our brain would rather sit in the same place we are at and do something productive than go
Be in
get
the
that
flow.
phone.
That is simple as that.
Yep.
You just kill the trigger. So next time you catch yourself swiping on the phone for that hit of dopamine, just get down to 10 push-ups.
Tight
Simply as
shit.
that. You're gonna get jacked. You're gonna get jacked and you're gonna stop masturbating in no time.
Once and for all.
So now comes the real important part. You just build a new identity.
Entity.
So what do we mean by building a new identity? You just don't live life of a wanker. You just don't want to be the guy who jacks off all day, looks at porn, stay at his room in a dark room that smells of cum. You don't want to be that guy. Just change the lifestyle. Just be the new guy.
Again.
Yes, again.
I read this in a great book.
The one we recommend, I
Yep, the one we recommend. The books we mentioned here, everything we recommend, I know. But this is a great book called Atomic Habits. So again, what the author says is that, so create a new identity, right? So let's say you are quitting smoking, right?
Or drinking.
Or drinking, anything,
drinking.
anything. So let's say you are quitting anything, right? So in this case, we'll take an example of smoking. And let's say your friend offers you a cigarette. So the first person says that, no brother, thank you, I'm quitting smoking. The first person. And the second person says that, no, I'm not a smoker anymore. Which one of these two
Do you think?
Yeah, do you think will start smoking again?
Definitely the guy who is trying to quit.
Yep.
Because he's just trying. He's not a non-smoker. Not by any chance. And the same things goes with NoFapping.
Yes, sir.
Don't be the guy on NoFap. Don't be the guy who counts his day for the streaks.
NoFap streaks. I'm on my day 96th.
Don't be the wannabe Sigma guy. Be the guy who simply doesn't fap anymore. Who would do something rather productive, rather meaningful. And get a girl, Baru. Get a girl.
Yep.
Be that guy. Be the other guy. And that is what we mean by building yourself a new identity. But if you like watching at guys having sex bare naked, help yourself out. There is no point of return after this. So in this game, in this level, you're on motivation alone. It's not going to take you far. You need to plan, you need to strategize.
Yeah, motivation never lasts long.
Because you and I both know you're going to watch videos like this, 4 or 5 videos, and your longest streak of working hard will be just 4 days. In 4 days, you'll start fapping again. You'll start smoking again. You'll get back to your old self again. That's not how you do it. You need to be dedicated in this game.
Yep, and talking about relapses, don't beat yourself up when you relapse. You need to think this optimistically, that relapse is just a process of recovery. And the more you resist, the more you become stronger.
So you have stayed till the end of this video.
Which means you have a very long attention span. Congrats. Brother.
And trust in yourself, trust in you, trust in us. You're the one.
And we gonna make it through.